Question. How does one deal with negative patterns of thinking without anyone doing it? It's a good question. I mean, the fact that you say there are negative thoughts happening, there's negative patterns self-contracting in your daily life, possibly. Someone could say, but there's no one there. There's no one for this to happen to. But how can you deny the object that appears in consciousness? You cannot deny it. You can't do that because consciousness or the no one, whatever you want to call it, doesn't deny the object. Only the ego does. Only the ego will say, that's not real. That's, you are no one. The object that appears in consciousness, when you awaken, when consciousness itself becomes the root source of all experience, doesn't say that the object is other to what is consciousness. Consciousness sees everything that appears as not other than consciousness itself being the experience. So no one is everything, and everything is no one. This is what happens. But when you're dealing with negativity, thoughts and stuff like that, there is a stand you can take. Now, I'm not talking about a stand of you being someone. I'm talking about the stand as you, as consciousness, as the backdrop awareness, as the witness. If you can identify yourself as that, then you remain at the root of any object that appears within it. If you can do that, then you'll feel, because you are the source of all experience as consciousness without any filter, just openness, you'll see that whatever is trying to take you out of that and into the mind to self-contract the body, that pattern itself, if you just observe it and let it in to consciousness being the root source of experience, even the pattern that wants to take you out, that pattern will begin to go through dissolution simply because you're not identifying with it. It's as simple as that. And then what happens is, as the mental emotional pattern goes through dissolution, after dissolution, the gross object, what we call the body, is given back to consciousness being the root source of experience. The ego is no longer claiming it. It's no longer stealing the experience of it. So when that goes through when the ego goes through dissolution, the body is given back to its true association, which is consciousness. So what the ego was possessing is now given back to consciousness accessing. So that's just how it is. That's how it is. That's the easy way out. So there's no one doing this. There's absolutely no one doing this. In the 12 steps, we call this step 6 and 7. There's no one doing it. So in the 12 steps, we say, humbly ask God to remove these shortcomings or whatever. We know it's not a personal endeavor. We're not out to get rid of negative patterns of thinking or negative patterns of emotional eruption or anything like that. What we're looking for is a complete acceptance via consciousness itself and remain as consciousness, or what we say in the 12 steps, conscious contact. We're able to allow for such patterns to go through dissolution because the only thing these negative thoughts want is you to believe they're real. And the only way you can believe they're real is for you to identify with them and to become it, to become that thought that self-contracts the body. But awareness is not the body. Awareness is not the mind. So that's how you do it. You don't identify. You allow for patterns to go through dissolution. And then the body begins its journey of true association back to consciousness. You begin to access the body at a much deeper level. So there we are. That's how you do it.